Hello and welcome once again back to my channel. Appreciate you guys tuning in again. We are 3 days, if you live in the hardiness zone 6A, we're 3 days away from the start of the 2022 growing season. And I'm going by the frost date specifically because if you're planting vegetables, you want to kind of pay specific attention to that. And that hardiness date, that frost date, is really an average. So I mean, you could get hit a little after that day, but historically that's the safe day. So we'll discount that as the start of the growing season here in 6A. So putting that aside for a second, what I wanted to talk to you today specifically about is my garden soil. And if you remember from my previous video, I was talking about how terrible all of my soil is in the back. And it has caused me to have to build raised garden beds. So I just wanted to show you, because I didn't get a chance last time to do that, of what I'm dealing with, and maybe we can talk a little bit about strategies and how to fix that, which, little spoiler, it's not easy any way you go. So let's once again head out to the garden and let's take a look. Alright guys, we're now back out in the garden area, and as you can see right in front of me, this is the soil that is in the ground here. And keep in mind, the soil has been sitting here for probably, I don't know, at least a week. And it's rained 2 to 3 times, probably, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch or so. So, yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself, really. It's pretty bad. Let's move a little closer here so I can show you how, I mean, I can't even break it apart with my hands here. I mean, it is just, it's terrible. And you got a whole bunch of rocks in here. I mean, this is good for nothing, really. I mean, I don't know what you would possibly even try to grow in here. I mean, so like I said, back inside there are some strategies that you can implement to fix this problem. And the most drastic one would be to literally take all the soil up here and replace it. Now, that would cost probably thousands and thousands of dollars to do. It's probably not really realistic. Your main objective really is you have got to get organic, sort of, basically this stuff, into this soil to kind of, break it apart. The great thing about clay, the pro of clay, is it holds the nutrients very well, as opposed to, like, sand or even kind of loam. That doesn't hold any sort of nutrients very well. It just kind of runs right through it. So each soil has its pros and cons, of course, but what you have to do is you have to work this in somehow, some of this stuff, some topsoil, some humus, any sort of organic matter that you can possibly get into this would definitely benefit it. And compost mixture, anything that you can do to break this apart. And this is a tough way to go. You'd have to get a rototiller, a very high-powered rototiller, to do this, and you'd have to do it when it's wet. So there's not really a good way, an easy way, I should say, to do this. Hence why many gardeners, such as myself, just do the raised beds, because to try to come out here and fix this, it's just not really economical. A lot of people don't have the time for it. And you know what? The raised garden beds, I mean, as you can see, are a lot more aesthetically pleasing. They're easier to work with in terms of, the weeds management. They're not so close to the ground, so you don't have to bend so far down. You can manage the critters better by, putting the fencing around or whatever. So, all in all, honestly, I wouldn't even waste my time with trying to get the soil back up to to a point where you could actually grow things into it. I hate to say it like this, but it's a lost cause. So that's basically the lesson for today, if you will. Just build raised garden beds, and you'll be just fine, and you can control the soil so much better and get at the nutrients, and yeah. So we'll catch you probably tomorrow or the next day, and we'll talk about some more things. And I think I'm going to get into the plans of what I'm going to start doing. I kind of touched on that in my previous video, but I think we're gonna really start diving into that, because I have to get a plan going. Because again, the growing season is going to start very soon, and if I want to maximizing it, I gotta get the plants in the ground. All right. Well, until next time, I'll catch you later. Thanks.